So the US-Germany relations have reached a new low. The US Secretary of State Marco Rubio has now openly started calling Germany a tyrant government, and everything is getting very messy. So let's discuss in simple terms, what has suddenly happened in Germany, and why it's bad for the USA. Well, 2 months ago, when the German federal election results were announced, I already told you that US-Germany relations would face turbulence in the upcoming 4 years. And exactly that is happening right now. Well, what happened is that Germany's AFD party, led by Alice Weidel, has recently been declared an extreme right-wing party by German intelligence.
Bring you a little bit of breaking news coming into us from Germany. The Reuters news agency is reporting that the country's domestic intelligence agency has classified the Alternative for Germany party as an extremist entity that threatens democracy.
But this isn't hot news, because the AFD party has always been an extreme right-wing party to some extent, but what is shocking is that, now German intelligence has officially declared it. So there are huge chances that, the German court will put a permanent full stop on the AFD party's future, by completely banning them from all federal or state elections. Now this is a bad news for the current US administration, because the AFD party ideology matches with the current political environment in the USA, which strongly opposes illegal immigration and supports native citizens. But from now everything has changed, and nobody even knows if this party will cease to exist in the coming few months. And in the middle of all this, we see US Secretary of State Marco Rubio jumping into the matter, and a heated situation has emerged on social media and between both countries. Here you can see Marco Rubio wrote on his social media that Germany has reached a new low. The current German government is spying on opposition parties and establishing a deadly open border policy. This is not democracy, this is tyranny in disguise. Basically, Rubio is saying that Germany is abandoning its democratic values and unethically trying to dismantle Germany's largest opposition party. Cause if you look at the data, then you can clearly see in the blue areas that the AFD party secured the second highest number of seats in the German federal election and is steadily gaining huge popularity in Germany. Now, after Rubio's post on social media, JD Vance also jumped into the argument, escalating the situation. He wrote that, the West tore down the Berlin Wall together, and it has been rebuilt, not by the Soviets or the Russians, but by the German establishment. I mean, that's a bold thing to say, but if you've ever noticed JD Vance's stance on Germany, it's not new. On his previous visit to Germany, he also blasted Germany over immigration issues and even made the MSC chairman cry. So, JD Vance is always tough on Germany. Well, certainly below Rubio's post, the German Foreign Office also commented in their defense that, this is democracy, a fair and independent investigation has been done. We have learned from our history that right-wing extremism needs to be stopped. But Germany needs to understand one thing, this is not how democracy works. In a democracy, you can ban an individual with far extreme views, you can ban a group of people who are thugs and criminals, but you cannot ban a democratic party, which is the main opposition and one of the most popular parties, gaining massive support from Germans. And if we're talking about Germany, we cannot forget to mention Elon Musk, who also reacted to the AFD news, and wrote on social media that, banning Germany's most popular party the AFD, would be an extreme attack on democracy. Now after this news about the AFD party, many people also started questioning, if such things are happening in Germany, then why is it always shown as the world's top democracy? Because every time you see Germany in the Global Democracy Index, it always ranks in the top 10 democracies. Here you can see El Salvador's president, Nayib Bukele, criticizing these democracy rankings, and after that, he also posted a funny picture of fixing the world's democracy index. Now, out of all this, there is a serious question arising in many people's mind, what is actually happening in Europe? Where is all the democracy going? The Romanian opposition leader was banned after winning election, the French opposition figure, Marine Le Pen was banned, Ukraine suspended all elections, Moldova banned the opposition party, Turkey's opposition leader is in jail, and now Germany is also considering banning the AFD. So, is full democracy on the decline in Europe? And don't be surprised if such decisions of banning parties and people are coming from the European Union, because they could go to any length to save their image and agenda. The AFD particularly claims that if they come to power, they will exit Germany from the European Union, so things are very suspicious. Now Alice Weidel, the main leader of the AFD, also reacted to the news and said that her party is under surveillance by the ruling government. She believes they want to suppress free speech and promote large-scale illegal immigration, which is already happening in Germany. So in short, there are high chances that the AFD party will soon be banned in Germany, and the German court will allow this. Ultimately, this will benefit the European Union and all the global left-wing parties, who are panicking due to the recent rise of global right-wing government. Now, from the US perspective, this is very rough news. Already Germany's new leader Friedrich Merz is saying that Europe should take independence from the US, Trump is an autocrat, Americans are not interested in the fate of Europe, and Musk would face consequences for meddling in Germany's election. So the upcoming US-Germany relations are going to be at an all-time low, and there are chances that the US will impose huge tariffs on Germany as well, removing the current 10% base tariff. Well, what do you think about this situation? Do you think Germany took the right step, or is this an EU decision? Thanks for watching the video. I hope you all have a wonderful day.